Let me ask you something. Have you ever liked someone so much that every small gesture they made felt like a sign they liked you back? A smile meant something. A reply meant something. Even basic kindness started to feel like confirmation. But what if it wasn't? What if what you're reading as interest is just politeness? Welcome to Mind Matters Expert. Now think about this for a moment. How many times have people found themselves stuck in this exact situation, overanalyzing texts, replaying conversations, and holding on to tiny signals, hoping they mean something more? Because here's the truth. Sometimes the person you like doesn't like you back, at least not in the way you hope. And as hard as that is to hear, understanding the difference between genuine romantic interest and simple politeness can save you from a lot of emotional confusion, overthinking, and heartbreak. Why this confusion happens? Romantic feelings are incredibly powerful. Whether it's a fresh crush or feelings you've held on to for years, they can lift you to incredible highs and drop you just as quickly when things don't go the way you hoped. That emotional intensity makes it easy to misread signals. And here's where things get even more complicated. Many people don't reject others directly. Instead of saying a clear no, they soften the message. This is especially common in situations where someone wants to avoid hurting feelings, or, in some cases, avoid uncomfortable or even unsafe reactions. So instead of clear rejection, you get vague responses, mixed signals, delayed replies, polite but distant behavior. And suddenly, you're stuck in a loop of questions. Are they just busy? Am I overthinking? Maybe they do like me? Just not openly. When you like someone, even the smallest sign of kindness can feel like proof. But here's the simple truth that often gets overlooked. When someone truly wants something, they usually pursue it. The reality you might be avoiding. If you constantly find yourself wondering whether your crush likes you back, there's a strong chance they don't. Because genuine interest rarely feels confusing for long. It shows up in consistency, in effort, in enthusiasm. That doesn't mean it's always obvious, but it's rarely this uncertain. Still, nothing is ever 100% guaranteed. So instead of guessing endlessly, let's walk through clear, real-world signs that help you tell the difference. Signs it's likely just politeness, not romantic interest. Everyone cancels plans occasionally. Life happens. People get sick. Schedules clash. But if cancellations become a pattern, especially last-minute ones, that's a different story. Sometimes people use excuses like, "I'm not feeling well," simply because it's easier than saying, "I'm not interested." If she cancels repeatedly and never takes the initiative to reschedule, that's honestly a strong sign. A simple test? Just stop planning. If she's interested, she'll suggest something. If she doesn't, well, you already have your answer. This is one of the clearest signals, yet often the most ignored. If she repeatedly refers to you as "such a good friend, my friend," or emphasizes how much she values your friendship, she's setting a boundary. It might hurt, but it's important to respect it. And here's something crucial. You're not being owed anything beyond what she offers. Friendship is valuable, but if that's not what you want, it's honestly better to step back than stay and build resentment. When two people are romantically interested, physical closeness tends to happen naturally. Small touches, comfortable proximity, mutual body language. If she avoids this, keeps distance, pulls away, or seems uncomfortable, that's a strong nonverbal signal. And this is not something to push. Ever. If she wants physical closeness, she'll show it. If she doesn't, respect that completely. Communication reveals a lot. If her replies are consistently short, like just a K or yup, or always delayed without any explanation, and there's just no curiosity about you, well, that's not just a texting style. It's definitely a signal. When someone is interested, they engage, they ask questions, they share details, and they keep the conversation alive. If that effort is missing, honestly, the interest likely is too. When someone sees you as a potential partner, they integrate you into their life. Friends, family, social circles, all of that. If weeks or even months pass and she keeps you separate from all of that, it's really not a great sign. Especially if she's also avoiding meeting your people as well. That usually means she doesn't see a future where your lives fully connect. Sometimes, instead of a clear rejection, people just slowly distance themselves. Replies become less frequent, less engaged, and honestly, a lot less meaningful. This is often called a fade out. It's not as obvious as being ignored completely, but over time, it really sends the same message. If you stop initiating and everything just goes silent, well, that silence says everything. Think about this honestly. Are you always the one reaching out, always suggesting plans, always keeping things going? If yes, that imbalance matters. When someone genuinely wants to spend time with you, they make it happen. They don't wait for you every time. Future planning shows intention. If she dodges conversations about upcoming events, trips, or even plans weeks ahead, it may mean she doesn't see herself with you long term. Of course, there can be real reasons: work, finances, uncertainty. But if avoidance becomes a pattern, trust that pattern. This is the clearest signal of all. If she says, "There's no spark, I'm not interested," or "I don't see this going anywhere," believe her. Don't analyze it. Don't reinterpret it. Don't wait for it to change. It hurts, but it also gives you clarity, and clarity is powerful. Sometimes rejection isn't direct. You might hear things like, "I'm not looking to date right now," or "I'm really busy with work." These are often gentle ways of saying no, and while they may not be literal truths forever, they are truths about you and her together. Don't challenge it, don't argue it, just understand it. If you're still unsure after all this, there's one simple solution. Ask. Directly. It takes courage, but it gives clarity. And no matter the answer, respect it. Because ignoring someone's clear response doesn't change reality, it only prolongs your confusion. Let's bring this back to you for a moment. Liking someone who doesn't feel the same way is painful. There's no way around that. But staying in a one-sided situation is even more painful in the long run. If you see these signs, don't ignore them. Don't overanalyze them. Don't turn politeness into hope. Instead, do the harder but healthier thing. Move on. Because when you eventually meet someone who is just as excited about you as you are about them, you won't have to guess. You won't have to analyze. You won't have to question. You'll just know. And that kind of clarity is worth everything. Now, before you go, let me ask you something. Have you ever mistaken politeness for romantic interest? What signs did you ignore at the time? Which of these signs do you think is the hardest to accept, and why? If someone isn't clearly showing interest, should you keep trying or step back? And here's a bonus. What would you do differently next time you like someone? Take a moment to think about these questions, or share your thoughts and start a conversation. And if this helped you gain clarity and avoid emotional confusion, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mind Matters Expert for more real, honest insights into relationships, emotions, and personal growth. Because sometimes, the hardest truths are the ones that help us grow the most.